A letter from my cheater ex-boyfriend. Dearest Katarina, first, I want to thank you for opening this letter. I'd like to think you are on your bed, lying on your stomach, and holding this piece of paper. If you actually are, then I'm glad you are still the woman I know and love. You might be wondering why I am reaching out to you again after 5 long years of silence in between us, and I hope you will forgive me for trying to break into your life again. I tried to love her again, Katarina, but my attempts failed me. I tried to remember the night I met Joanna, the night I started cheating on you. She was a fascinating woman, and somehow I saw you in her. She also talked smart with a touch of humor and liked to drink hard liquor than beer. Her hair reminded me of yours and how you both made a habit of twirling them. Her laugh sounded like how you do when I tell a lame joke. You were two alike, but the difference was Joanna was with me while you were miles away. You were somewhere I couldn't go to whenever I missed you. And so, without thinking much about the consequences, I slept with her that night. At 7 a.m. the next morning, you called through my phone to wake me up and remind not to skip breakfast. At that moment, everything I've done avalanche on me. Yet I still managed to talk to you like I was not lying beside another woman. Days and weeks passed by, and I couldn't stop the crime I was committing. Joanna knew about you, but she was okay with it, for she thought she had the advantage. She thought I would eventually break up with you, and she was right, but not in the way she expected. You and I started to fight more often, like all other couples do who are in a long-distance relationship. We fought over time for each other, over unreplied messages, and over unanswered phone calls. You began asking me if I still love you, and I told you I do. It was the truth, Katarina. I still loved you back then, despite of my infidelity. You never cried when we were talking on the phone, but I knew you spent a lot of nights drowning with tears. You must have stayed up almost every night trying to figure out what went wrong after 3 years. One night, I decided to cut the ties between Joanna and I. I told her I can't lose you. I told her I love you so much. She cried so hard that night, and when I woke up the next day, she's gone. She didn't bother me for days, until one morning, she knocked on my apartment with a pregnancy test in her shaking hand. Joanna was pregnant with my child, Katarina, and I didn't know what to do. I fucked up so bad. And now my daughter is turning 5 next month. Her name is Ali. Yes, I named her after the female lead of your favorite novel. But of course, Joanna didn't know about that. She's growing up so fast, and on some days, I couldn't help but think about what our child might be like if I hadn't cheated on you 5 years ago. It always haunts me, Katarina, and I guess Joanna noticed it. Our relationship didn't get any better each passing time. I tried to make amends and reconcile with her since we started living together under the same roof, but she neglected my efforts. She had always assumed that everything I do was only for Ali and not for us. Every time we argue about the house or about Ali, she would always end up mentioning you. During our first few fights, I refuted not to include you because obviously you had nothing to do about us anymore. Inevitably, she would accuse me that I am defending you, that I'm itching to go back to you and leave them, that I still love you. Eventually, I stopped retorting to every disagreement with her. She won't listen anyway, and I was slowly not giving a damn about it. I got tired of her insecurities and lack of trust. I know it's my fault in the first place, but I presumed I was making her see that you are not in my life anymore. Joanna is a good mother to Ali, but as a partner, I don't know. I couldn't blame her though, because I haven't even asked her to marry me. We didn't talk about it, but I know her friends were asking when to be tied a knot. I feel so sorry for Joanna, for putting her through this. You must be angry with me right now, and I deserve it. I fucked up again. Big time. I don't know what to do anymore, Katarina. I know it's foolish of me to tell you about all this, and I hope you'll forgive me again. I don't know someone else who's willing to listen to my dilemma other than you, and writing to you somehow eases the pain I've been carrying for a long time. Still yours,